Hey, what's going on, y'all? This is my third video speaking on the racial tension that's going on in the country right now. And I kind of wanted to direct this one a little bit at not just our people, but Donald Trump and the view of his involvement with everything. I don't think everyone really understands just how much he doesn't fucking matter right now. What I mean by that is, as a Trump supporter, I'm telling you, I supported him. I can't support him right now. I can't get behind his message. I can't get behind what he's saying. And I just can't rock with him right now. You have to understand that as a black man in this day and age, and behind these riots, the reason why they're so uh, needed and why it's so much tension right now is because of shit like that. Who in the hell is going to sit there and speak on this man's family and say, they were very happy to talk to him and there were a lot of better ways to die? Like, who says that? Like, that's just not a professional thing to say. And then on top of that, I understand that there is a political agenda going on with Antifa inside of the riots. And a lot of people have already spoken out and actually made videos since my last video. Um, they've actually spotted a lot of white people that are causing destruction during the protests. But this is not the time for that. You know what I mean? This is not some political ploy or uh, some mission to get popular. This is everyday life. This is a real subject right now. And while I do agree with the riots and the protests, I don't agree with people just coming to these protests and just fucking shit up. Now, what I've seen today, and just today, they had, I want to say, a few pictures of white teenagers and white people in masks just literally coming and destroying shit. Random businesses. What I will say is, I've actually talked to other people about it. A lot of white people agree with destroying the business part. If you destroy a Sears or a fucking chain or something like that, but don't destroy small business. Definitely don't destroy black-owned business. Now these white people, they're coming in and destroying everything, but then putting BLM on it. So that, I feel like, deserves an ass whooping, especially right now. Like, this is the time we need to sit down and really be like, yo, we doing this for a reason, and y'all coming to fuck it up. All right, let's show you why you shouldn't be fucking with us. You know what I mean? And back to Trump, while he is kind of eccentric, what puzzles me about a lot of things about Donald Trump and why I'm behind him sometimes is his message isn't always clear at first, but then in the end, he's right. Like when he said he was referring to thugs and the problem, America took it as he was talking about black people. And then come to find out, he was talking about the Antifa terrorist group. Now, a lot of people will dissect that and be like, oh, well, he doesn't call KKK a terrorist group. Well, motherfucker, how many KKK rallies are you seeing right now? You're not seeing that, but you're seeing Antifa members literally come to these protests and start burning cop cars. Like, of course he's gonna fucking say something about them. And then the KKK, they've been around. I mean, when they start coming out in public and start doing shit, then, we start fucking shit up. I think that a very misconstrued thing about Donald Trump is he thinks that in times like these, it's okay to be politically incorrect. And right now it's not. Because you don't know how far people are willing to take this shit right now. So I can't stand behind him on this because I'm on the side of the people. I'm a black man. I'm with the shit. Had I not been restricted to this shit, which is complete bullshit, I would be out there in a heartbeat. You know what I mean? I preach that I do not support just sitting by and letting shit happen. I don't support that. I think that's ridiculous. I don't support peaceful protests. I think that's fucking stupid. We've done that for fucking 50 years. It did nothing. But now they're launching the investigation even quicker because of the violence in Minneapolis. So it's like, okay, finally people understand we should use our power, and I hope it continues. And that's just how I feel. And if Donald Trump feels that all these riots are just backed by Antifa, maybe we all should look at each other and we should think like, damn, he don't even fear us. You know what I mean? He's not even afraid of us. He don't even care about our voice. He just think we're just going peaceful protest. And that's what I'm saying. If they think we're just going to walk, these riots can't be that bad, man. Maybe it's time for a change. The change that Obama was talking about, this is the change we need to fucking have. Show these people that we not just, some Martin Luther King, we just going to keep walking. Nah, man. It's a time right now where things need to go down. Like, you know what I mean? I seen a video earlier that I don't know how to really put it. It made me look at things and then made me think about it. Like, okay, this is what they're afraid of. But how it happened is what I'm afraid of too. And what I mean by that is, there's a video of 3 cops getting beat down on the sidewalk, but the people that were beating the cops were white. So while this might be what the cops could have been doing, they could have been perfectly wrong. The people could have been perfectly wrong. You're right, but that's not the visual we need, because it paints more of a rioting type of picture without any reason because of who was involved. Now, I don't think that everyone should just go out and start fighting police, but when we see, if we see shit that's just out of whack, like if everyone's walking and some white person just comes and smashes a window, knock their asses out. But, hey, if someone starts looting, you know what I mean? Because, like, I come to find out that Target was actually against the rioters or against the protesters. So that's why shit went down. If shit like that happens, rock with it. The president, while we, as a member of the armed forces before, and right now as a civilian working for the federal government, I have respect for the office. And I have a similar level of respect for the man. But I just can't understand why he would try to turn something like this into a political, agenda. Even George's family came and said he would try to cut them off, and I could actually imagine that. Just seeing how he was talking, just trying to overtalk them, and I'm like, he doesn't really see the situation. He can't see, like, okay, like COVID, how everyone said that he could have prevented COVID. If there was an actual race war, I feel like his words could have prevented a lot of shit coming out. But what he said, as far as he keeps focusing on the National Guard and shit like that, like, bro, that's not what's needed right now. And a friend of mine asked me, do I still support Trump? And I have to be honest, no, I can't. I can't sit here and be like, damn, dog, like, you really just take my skin color as a joke, And I don't know, man. That's what I got out of it. I got out of it that these white people don't fear us. They think we're a fucking joke. And the shit it's heartbreaking, because it's like, yo, this is our life, man. Like, we trying to convince y'all to leave us the fuck alone. Let us be, normal. But now, on the flip side, because this 2020 is off the fucking chain, what I thought was pretty wild too was Anonymous. Now, I don't know if you guys remember Anonymous during the Flint, Michigan times with Michael Brown and all type of things going on. They were a hacker group that pretty much caused a lot of trouble that the government actually tried to stop, and they were famous. They came back, they returned, and they said they were going to start releasing documents and all this, that, and the third. Now, this is another thing that caused me not to like Trump right now. I knew about the case in which he was found not guilty, about him messing with little girls and stuff like that, his rape case. A lot of people did, and Anonymous exposed it. What I did not know was that he was involved with Jeffrey Epstein. That's a big one right there, bro. I had no idea about that, and I am deep into conspiracy theory. I think a lot of people didn't know about that. That was big, you know what I mean? And then for him to not address it, the whole world's seen it. Like, you still on Twitter addressing the riots. Who told you? He's such a dick that you know he saw it and he wanted to address it, but someone told him no. So now it's like, well, who told you no, motherfucker? Like, all right, well, we know you seen that shit. And then for Anonymous to come back, it's like, well, what the fuck you got? You know what I mean? What's going on right now? And then we even got Batman in this motherfucker. Nah, but for real, I think that the world is afraid of a time when black people actually like had enough. And I think this is the time. You know, I don't think we need to keep being peaceful. You know, we're causing change with destruction, and it may sound fucked up, but it's working. You know, and as far as the president goes with this, I feel like this was his time, or it could still be his time. Even Joe Biden, it would be their time to shine, to not be politically correct. You know that that shit was wrong. And the only thing you said there would be justice, okay, that's fine. Joe Biden said something about there's turmoil and we need to stick together. We're not trying to hear that. What we're trying to hear is, you know that that man was murdered. You know that there's a problem with the murder of black men by police officers. And you know that this country is fed up. What we need is support. We don't need you saying that there's some type of political agenda behind the destruction of these places, because there's not. I can almost guarantee you, right? I can almost guarantee you that regardless of Antifa being involved, there would have been another political spin to what's going on right now. And that's my issue. They would have said, oh, black people are mad about the voting, or they're mad. No, man. We mad about them killing us, dog. Stop it. You know, and so when it comes to these riots, people need to realize that Donald Trump is just not, he's not even on our side. He doesn't care, but he's not the only one that doesn't care. None of them care. Our destruction, our anger is making them care, because now they're like, all right, they're starting to get aware. You know, the girl that got shot in the head with the goddamn rubber bullet, come on, man. What, like, I want y'all to really be honest with yourselves, all right? Had that happened to those white people at that courthouse, since we want to keep comparing, you think they ain't gonna shoot? But then, look at us marching. Not one of us is armed. Come on, man. That's what I'm saying, bro. This is when we need to be better organized with a lot of our shit. We have this opportunity. You know, people are looking at it like, you know, hey, we understand where you're coming from. And we got the president literally openly saying it's not the black people we worried about, it's Antifa. Come on. I mean, that makes me like, damn, dog, like, we really don't have that kind of effect unless a motherfucker got a gun in their hand. But when they got the gun in their hand, they fear us. They're afraid of us. But they ain't afraid of us right now? Nah, dog. Excuse me, sweating. I'm in this hot-ass tool room. And I just did a few pull-ups and shit like that. That's why I look a little big and shit. But, yeah, man, you know, they only fear us when it's like they get trigger happy. So, you know, to President Trump, I if he ever saw this video, I want him to know that he didn't lose a supporter, or he didn't lose a vote. I wasn't voting. But he made someone not rock with him right now. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I'm with you on other things about this country, but right now I'm not with you on this one. I could give a fuck about Antifa. Sorry, and I feel like every black man in America give a fuck about Antifa. And I feel offended that you thought Antifa is the reason why I'm tearing the city up. So you really believe that I'm marching my black ass because of a fucking political agenda against Democrats? Don't nobody give a damn. Don't nobody give a damn about Republicans and Democrats when that man was getting choked right now, dog. But that's my statement in this video, and that's the problem I have with the president. Ultimately, I feel like if he wanted to earn the respect of black people right now, he would take a stand and drop the political nonsense right now. Him and his wife. Like, listen, this ain't the time to get votes. Nobody cares. And yeah, people making jokes about stimulus checks, but yo, we'll get over it. You know what I mean? We all been broke before, you know. But yeah, that's my feeling on what's going on right now, the president of riots. The next video I want to address though, and I want to be more professional about it because it's actually more serious, is the actions being taken during these riots. And I mean by that, and I seen a motherfucker have a bow and arrow. I seen a shop owner come with swords. I need black people to understand, this is the time we show them that we could be fucking aggressive too and not just criminals. You know what I mean? Every video, every post, you see them pull them 2 college kids out the car, man. Come on now. We can't allow that shit. So, in closing, I wanted to say, in terms of how I feel about the president, right now we need to just ignore him. And right now I feel like, not just ignore him, but if there was a way to show him that we don't care about Antifa, we're going to still do what we need to do. And that's how I feel about things. This is my video for today. Hopefully you like it. Like and subscribe. See ya.